Hello, everyone. It is I, Ace Gone, and welcome back to Danganronpa in Bfdi. So, last time, Chihiro, Nagisa, and Mahiro were up for elimination. So, let's do cake at stake. Chihiro and Nagisa both have a win token. However, I don't think either of them would use it in this episode. So, anyways, the first one safe is Chihiro, for obvious reasons. So, that leaves us with our bottom two of Nagisa and Mahiro. So, this one's a little difficult because neither of these characters are really liked, nor are they super hated. However, in the end, I feel like Nagisa would be safe, and Mahiro would be sent to the TLC, mostly because I feel like Nagisa in this kind of setting has more to offer as a character. Well, as much as I love Mahiru, I feel like all she would kind of do is complain for most of the game, as she kind of does in the actual Danganronpa, and I don't really see much potential in her as a character. And I feel like the viewers would probably feel the same way. So with that, now the grapes are down to 8, and the cherries are at 6. But there's one small issue. The TLC's full. So that means nobody's going to get sent to the TLC for the next 2 episodes. So, anyways, let's move on to Challenge 7. Okay, let's be honest here. I think we all know where these next 2 episodes are going, or at least this episode. Considering the fact the Cherries are currently the smaller team, and I do want to have the Dream Teams phase in this, it's kind of clear that in the end, the people that end up solving the puzzle first are the Squashy Grapes. However, since no one's going to get sent to the TLC, the Squashy Grapes will get to choose one member of the Squishy Cherries to join their team. And after much deliberation, they think that Mew is probably the best one, since she is the smartest. I mean, she is the ultimate inventor, so it makes sense. But anyways, now it looks like the Squashy Grapes really outnumber the Squishy Cherries. That sounds familiar. Anyways, Challenge 8. Alright then, now it's time for Challenge 8, the relay race.
Hold on a second. There's something that's unfair. My team has many more members than the other team. So if everyone goes once, we'll take much.
Yeah, you'll take much longer. I get it. I'm gonna randomly select 5 grapes to participate in this race using the picker wheel. Alright, so let's give it a spin. Hero. Yuhiko. Yotaka. Nagisa. And last but not least, Kokichi. So, these 5 run the race, and these 4 do not. So, basically, how this challenge works is the person in front has to carry the person that goes next in the race. Until the last lap where the final 2 just run. I arranged it like this. So, I believe in round 1, since it would be the Gonta carrying Rentaro and then Chihiro carrying Fuyuhiko, it's pretty clear the Cherries are in the lead round 1 since Fuyuhiko is just breaking Chihiro's back. Like, but in the end, they do end up making it. And then it gets even worse because then Fuyuhiko has to carry Taka. So it's safe to say they get lapped a little bit. But in the end, this one's easier because, it's Taka carrying Nagisa. Huh? But still, the cherries still take the lead, at least until the final round. But then you got this, and yeah, not looking so good for the grapes. But I'd say in the end, mostly because of reasons, and it ends up getting tied up. Maybe some complications happen here. But in the end, it's just between these two, and yeah, the grapes take it. Despite all odds, they win. Sounds familiar. So, anyways, so the grapes won the challenge. Big shocker there. So that means they will be getting an eliminated contestant to onto their team. So now we're gonna get to the rejoin. So, one of these 6 eliminated contestants will be rejoining the game and joining the grapes, not the cherries, the grapes, who are impatiently waiting up here. Also, the rejoiner gets a win token. Anyways, so I'd say the first ones out of the running would be Hyoko and Mahiru for 2 reasons. Hyoko's just a piece of shit, and I don't really think anybody would want to vote her back in. And Mahiru just got eliminated, so I don't think she would be rejoining either. Also, next I think Yasuhiro would get out for similar reasons. Is that no one really likes Yasuhiro, but I feel like he would get slightly farther than them because he was the first one eliminated. So now we're at the final 3: Leon, Kaito, and Mondo. And I think Mondo's out next because he was eliminated the most recent. So now we're down to the final 2: Leon and Kaito. And I think it's most likely that the rejoiner will be Kaito. Even though Leon was eliminated earlier than Kaito, I feel like Kaito is just the most liked of the 6 that were eliminated. So, because of that, it's definitely the most likely that he'd be the one rejoining over Leon. Heh, it's kind of funny that Kaito ends up joining the other team despite being the team captain of the Squishy Cherries. But that's a little bit short-lived because you may have noticed that the squashy grapes are now twice the size of the cherries. What does this mean? Well, it means we're making another team. That's right, we're making another name. So, it's time to pick the new teams. So, I'd say it's pretty easy to say that Taka's still the team captain of the Squashy Grapes, and I think it's just fun to have Kaito be the team captain of another name, since he was the team captain of the Squishy Cherries before he got eliminated, and he just rejoined, so I think it makes sense. So, let's pick the teams. Give it up. So, with that, these are our current teams: Squishy Cherries, Squashy Grapes, and another name. So, if you don't know, the losing system, the elimination system, is going to be different now. Basically, whichever team places first will be receiving a new member onto their team, and whichever team places last will obviously be up for elimination. However, the 2 who receive the most votes will leave the team. Then the winning team will choose one of them to join their team, and the other will be sent to the TLC. So, with that out of the way, let's get on to Challenge 9. So, this challenge is a 6-legged race, or however many legs there are. So, each contestant has to tie their legs to each other and then run in the race. Honestly, I don't really like to go exactly like how BFDI did it. Okay, I did in this for the squashy grapes just so I could have another name exist. But I feel like in this, it would kind of play out the same. Like, The cherries would be in the lead, followed by another name, while the grapes would be behind. And then the names take the lead a little bit, but in the end, the cherries win. The names come in second, and then the grapes will be up for elimination. So two of them will leave the team, and then one will join the cherries. You know what I just noticed? The amount of people in the TLC matches all three teams. There's 5 on each. All right, so Chihiro, Nagisa, Mew, and Kokichi all have win tokens. I feel like Chihiro, Mew, and Kokichi won't use them, but Nagisa will use it this time. So, anyways, the safe people are Chihiro, Nagisa, because he used his win token, and the last one safe is Taka, meaning Mew and Kokichi leave the team. So now the cherries have to choose either Kokichi or Mew to join their team. You may be thinking, oh, this is easy. They're going to pick Mew because she was already on their team. No, and here's why. I have a feeling most of the cherries don't like Mew very much. Like, I feel like most of them, except for maybe like Ibuki or something, honestly, I feel like all of them would actually think Mew was just really annoying, and were really happy when she left her team. So I feel like because of that, they'd probably end up choosing Kokichi to join their team, meaning that Kokichi is now on the Squishy Cherries, and Mew has been sent to the TLC. Oh yeah, now the grapes are at 3 members. Man, they went from 10 people to 3 people within 2 episodes. That is kinda hilarious. And now the cherries are the biggest team. All right, then. So this is the last one for this episode. So this is the crying challenge, or not really. Considering the fact that in the last one, the crying challenge was just a 3-way tie because everyone got at least some water, I feel like we could just skip over that since it's pointless. So we'll just skip over to the skiing part. So for this, I feel like since the squashy grapes are smaller as a team, they'll be able to finish the challenge easier. While I feel like Kokichi, this is where he kind of starts to become the big troublemaker, and he ends up causing the cherries and the names to snowball out of control. Well, while the squashy grapes end up taking the victory and win this challenge. However, the names and the cherries, since they were caught in the snowball, are tied again. So in order to decide who's gonna win that, they need to do the handstand challenge. And in the end, I have a feeling, yeah, the cherries win that, meaning that the names are up for elimination. However, who gets the win token? I feel like in the end, the win token goes to Gonta. I don't know why, but I can honestly kind of see Gonta being really good at handstanding for no reason. I don't know why, but I can see that for some reason. Like, am I the only one who can see that? Anyways, the names are up for elimination, and the grapes won. Like, they didn't lose again, and so they'll be at 4 members next time, while the names will be at 3. So, who will be eliminated next? Find out next time on Danganronpa in BFDI. This is Ace Gun signing off.